Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Leos. Welcome to your spring equinox reading. These readings have been very powerful, very insightful, and so I'm excited to see what yours has to say. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let's get into it. We're going to pull a main card for you. We're going to pull a card for each month. We're going to pull clarifiers for each one of those, an outcome caller, and then okay. Ooh, okay. So there may be some anxiety. Leos, this may be maybe a season where you're a little stressed out. So let's see what's going on with that, Leos. Let's see what's happening. Okay, we're thinking a bit about the past. We're working on our there we go. We're working on our stability, financial stability, and we are getting to the end. So there may be a project. That's what might be stressing you out. There may be a project that you're finishing up and then leaving a situation behind. So like the stress, the strain, the success of that, and then you're like, okay, time to move on. So a closing out of an area. Okay, 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is usually like anxiety, fear, sleepless nights, overthinking, just staying up, kind of just stressed. So like I said, it's maybe a stressful season for you. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is all about rose-colored glasses, looking back on the past with fond memories. This idea of having this comfort and this support coming from family and friends and usually like cousins, uncles, things like that, like a community of support, and how like that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. It's the flowers, it's the kind of going back, and it's the one big cup with 4 little cups in that, handing a couple flowers to someone else, right? So it's like, okay, and like a nice little treat in a sense, but it can also sometimes make us feel a little naive in how we're approaching things, that maybe we're not looking at things clearly, not seeing them for what they really are. There's a Page of Cups. There's an offer that's coming in. Someone is bringing you a cup, or you have started a new project. You have started a new commitment, like emotional commitment. And there may be some concerns about whether this will be profitable, whether this will be something that you can really build something off of, that whether this has the ability to grow and to be more than just this cup, because there's some uncertainty here, and this may be something from the past. I always think of with this one, like this may be something that you were interested in as a child and like you didn't pursue as much, you didn't put as much time and effort towards, and so maybe now you're picking that cup back up, picking that passion back up, restarting a relationship with someone perhaps from your past or from childhood when you were younger, or someone you were interested in when you were younger, and maybe a little bit of fear that this won't have the energy to kind of survive, to stick, the longevity, the sustainability. So with that, you're trying to like shore things up. So you spend the next month trying to be like, all right, well, let's secure the bag. Let's make this secure. Let's stabilize this. Let's figure out what we need to go to do to at least put some ground under our feet, right? Put some legs under this, right? So we get the Tower card. Ooh, a revelation about what's needed to stabilize this. Waking up. So we have 2 things about the physical here. The Tower card is about the tower can be literally like our physical body. It's our man-made structure. It's the things that we've created. It's the part that we're putting into this. And so it's like a revelation, a strike of lightning, the mind. So this is, I think, where the stress starts to really come in, to be honest with you. So it seems like the stress, the anxiety, all that stuff really starts to kind of come in during May. That bolt of lightning that's coming in, our thoughts starting to kind of run up to say like, okay, like, can we stabilize this? Like, can we create something, or is it all going to crumble down around us? And like this understanding, the gods falling from the sky, the fire falling from the sky, the insights, the spiritual insights and information coming to us, kind of like knocking our heads off and saying like, hey, again, Knight of Wands, fire, this quick energy, this vibrant, quick, kind of aggressive energy of this creativity, of this like, I'm going after this thing. And over here we see that we have The Page of Cups facing this way, it's looking towards its fish in its cup, and it's like, okay, buddy, let's go. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse over here, sitting on his head, looking down at its. And they're both, if you look at this is very interesting to look at. They're both looking at the tower. The Seven of Cups is looking at the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is looking up at the tower. This Knight of Wands is looking down at the tower. Even the Page of Pentacles is looking at this tower. This tower moment, this realization, this kind of crumbling of things or reworking of things or understanding that what we've built kind of needs to be shifted around. It's kind of like the cornerstone of all of this. It's what everyone's looking at. It's what everyone's trying to understand. It's what moves everyone in the way that it needs to go. And I think that the Seven of Pentacles, this space of questioning whether this is sustainable, and this finding ways to fortify this, to do the whole Four of Pentacles thing, saving, being strategic and mindful of what you're spending your money on, taking care of your health and really making sure that your health is stable, looking at like your finances, really truly your material wealth and the world you're building around you, and really making sure that that's like concrete. And then like this realization coming in, this fire coming in, that's just kind of like, hey, yo, like, some things need to be switched around. You don't want to get stuck. Yes, you want to stabilize, but you don't want to get stuck. You want to be able to move. You want to be able to grow. And you're kind of like, I'm still building this thing. I'm still going after this, and I'm building this thing, and I'm making it happen. And so then we get this. Oh, somebody's alarm is going off. Maybe that's a sign for you. An alarm is going off about this, about the need to build this, need to solidify and get the stability, to get the passion, to get the movement, to get going. So we get this 10 of Wands. A 10 of Wands is about having way too many responsibilities, but it's an energy of like the ending, of like the success, reaching the success. The wands have finally been picked up. You're trudging up the hill. You're going up the mountain. You're getting to, there's the castle in the background. You've built your kingdom. You've successfully been able to manifest what it is that you were able to desire. It was a lot of hard work. It was stressful. It was not fun. It was fun sometimes because we love like that fiery energy. It's fun sometimes. It's just like it's like a volcano exploding, right? It's fun sometimes from far away, but not when you have to get all up into it. But in this case, you're all up in it because you're the one who's making it happen. You're the one who's pulling up these wands and you're picking them up and you're carrying them across the finish line. Think of it like that. Like 10 of Wands is crossing the finish line after the marathon, after the race, after whatever, and being successful in your endeavors, right? And then saying, oh, okay, 6 of Cups, that passed. This passed. Yeah, it's time to move on. We have built something that we really care about, that we're very passionate about. We have created this thing, but this emotional connection, this thing that we really cared about, now that we've gotten to the top, it's time to move forward. Our clarifiers for this. King of Cups, so we may find someone who's very, we may have emotionally matured. We may have gone, well, we have gone from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. We've emotionally matured. Leos, you have emotionally matured. You have gone from a space of just like maybe youthfully, naively, gone after something, looked after a connection, tried to build a life for yourself. And now you're like, okay, through this, and 3 months is an intense time to go from a Page of Cups to a King of Cups. But through this, I found that like, okay, now I understand how to use my emotions. Now I understand how to care for myself and others. Now I understand how to build a kingdom where I'm emotionally taken care of and I can take care of others. The fish is no longer in the cup. And if I'm thinking of it correctly, I think that's the fish right there in the background. The fish is no longer in the cup. We have a wand, our scepter. We have a cup here, a foot in the ground, the fish in the water. The fish is no longer out of water in the cup. The fish is in its home. And we are rulership. We have rulership over that. And we get victory. We have overcome the opposites. So here's the thing. It's stressful. But it's you accomplishing a big goal. There's a big goal here. There's a dream that you've had since you were a child. There is something that you are starting out with. There is something that you really care about a lot. And you are going to push forward through it. You may have an insight that comes in that helps you out, that gives you that passion, gives you that push to be able to grow and to succeed, to be able to move to the next steps. There is a leaving behind of this this immaturity, is the believing a leaving behind of these 8 cups that was like, okay, this is what I thought would be it. This is what I thought would be the fullness of it. And it's actually not. I'm actually going to move forward. There's actually more waiting for me. I am victorious over all the obstacles. I have emotionally matured, and I have found victory over what I needed to, of what I needed to accomplish. Let's get the outcome. The Empress. Life-giving. Okay, so some of y'all might be pregnant, which, sorry about that. I mean, not sorry about that. That's great. That's wonderful. If you want to be pregnant, or if you want to create something, then yay. If you don't, hey, take the precautions. Maybe that's the lightning bolt that you need to have. Maybe that's the insight that needs to come in. Take precautions if that's not what you want. If you're working on a different project, if you're trying to birth a different project, take precautions. The Empress card is creation. It is the portal of life. It is the earth opening up. And Aries energy is like the wands, right? It's the earth opening up and the wand coming out, and the tower that's striking the wand down, and the wand realizing it needs to maybe move on or move in a different way, or get its fire back, get its oomph back, right? You could also maybe think of it like the tower card as like the lightning that strikes the receptors for Frankenstein, or for the monster that is Frankenstein, or the Frankenstein's monster. There we go. Frankenstein's creation, and brings it to life. So there's this lightning bolt could be like the spark you need to get you up and going, to be like, hey, get your stuff together. Stabilize, but don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Stabilize, but don't get stuck. And gives you that fire, that oomph that you need to wake you up and get you going over the final hump, over the final push, over the final hill to get to the end, to accomplish this goal, and to leave the past behind, to emotionally leave the past behind, and to mature emotionally, to grow up and to find success in your endeavors, and to now be this life-giving force, this fire that's just rampant with energy, and creation and beauty and love. And you're just in this really abundant, beautiful space. This should be upright because I flipped it over. I could feel it. And to find joy and happiness and celebration. Your cups continue to multiply, leaving behind the things that do not fulfill you, that are not actually filling your cup. The maturity to understand what are the connections you actually need to be making, to find the joy and the peace and the celebration of I won. I did it. I successfully overcame this. So yes, it's stressful. Yes, it might keep you up at night. It's a big thing, but it's a good move. It's a good move, and it will fill your cup. And it'll put the fish where it needs to be. The dreams, the wisdom, the connections, it will put it where it needs to be. Passion, of course. This is you finding your passion. This is you finding your flow. This is you finding your space. One of them, you don't have to stay there. Allow your passion to rise up. Sometimes we try to suppress our desires to fit the social expectations and norms, but we can use this powerful force to thrive in a personal or professional matter. Our passion for life is immense because it comes from a place of love. This is beautiful. This matches your reading so well. This feeling is the ultimate and most powerful energy that we can emit. Be passionate. This one here. Be passionate about what you do and believe. Do not carry out decisions based on fear, worry, guilt, or shame. That state of mind can only bring the same type of negative feelings back to you. Choose the best version of yourself and project that passion out into the universe. Use this card when you need to strengthen your beliefs, elevate your thought frequency, and project your passion. This card can also be combined with eternal charisma or finding love to increase passion in your love life. Spend some time envisioning your ideals and goals, and then go for it. Love is powerful. Do not be overwhelmed by the stress that will come up for you in the next season. Keep going. Let it be a revelation. Let it be insights into where you may need to adjust, where you need to maybe make some changes, how to get your fire back. Lean into this cup. You go from Page of Cups to King of Cups. You leave behind this worry and anxiety and this fear and this like, oh, in the past I made these decisions and I don't know whether this will grow, but it will. It'll stabilize. It'll stabilize, and that fire, that passion will continue to grow. And you'll find yourself in this Empress position. You'll find yourself as this fire that grows and gives life and gives birth and finds joy and happiness. I love this. Okay, that's going to be it. If you'd like a private reading or a personal reading, reach out to me. If you'd like some support on this journey, reach out to me. Let's work together. I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye, Leos.